Hey, welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. I'm Wood. In this series we're comparing two accounts that I started at the same time on the same day, and I'm playing the same way with one major difference. One account is free to play, the other has a monthly spending budget. It's day 34. Let's check our progress. Hey, thanks for joining me again. We are on day 34, like I said, and logging in, getting 100,000 silver. That should be... every silver award in this game should be times 10. And that wouldn't solve the problem, but it would help. But yes, times 10 would definitely be better. Okay, so always go in and check daily challenges. Oh, free to play, greenish blue border around the window. Budget account has no border. So on the free to play today, we have to win epic, legendary, mythical artifacts from clearing dungeons, 3 of them. Defeat 25 champions in class greening. That one's kind of hard right now. That one's pretty difficult because we're in gold 1, and it's very difficult to find wins. And a lot of our wins are single man defenses. Upgrade a helmet to level 8. So those shouldn't be any problem. The one thing, this is the calm before the storm of CVC, and I say that a little bit jokingly. CVC it's optional for a lot of people. I like CVC just because of the little rewards you get. I would never spend money. The rewards that you get wouldn't be worth spending any money on. There are clans who do, and I know they do spend money, but mostly what you do is save resources, especially the day before. You don't spend things. And so you'll see Altar of Souls is glowing red today, and we've got an increased chance of getting 5 and 6 star souls, and so that's nice. Problem is I accidentally pulled one on the budget account before I realized, oh wait, no, CVC, you get a lot of points for souls. So I did pull one of the immortals on the budget account. You can see over here I've only got one left. And then on the free to play, I caught myself and I remembered and didn't pull. We'll just pull those during the after clan versus clan starts, and I will record that in case there's anything interesting. So we hold on to a bunch of resources a few days before. In fact, I never use books outside of clan versus clan, just to give my clan a chance of, and then to give myself a chance to get points to be able to pick up some of those rewards along the way, and those are nice. But yeah, I have never spent money in this game for the purpose of doing better in clan versus clan. And I don't fault players who do. It's just I don't think of it as a good use of resources, because the rewards that you get, I don't think it's worth it. I do think the rewards are worth it if you have been saving your resources for clan versus clan. In the tier 1 rewards, and our clan would still be, for these two accounts, our clan would still be in tier 1. And these rewards aren't great, but all of these 3-star chickens, very, very helpful. The energy is very helpful. So we'll score as many points as we can just to pick up these milestone rewards. So we'll do what we can, my 2 accounts plus whoever else is active in the clan. You'll see that in our clan we've got a few active participants, not too many, and pretty low power. Like if you look at their player power, mostly pretty low. You can see a few people have dropped off. I'm not anticipating that we'll be able to get up to the highest, milestone rewards, but any of those rewards that we can manage will be helpful. On the free-to-play account here, we've been working on missions, gotten up to, 194, where we're collecting some 5 or 6-star artifacts from Dragon. So, and then the reward is 2 frost gear pieces. But mostly it's just to work through these. Yeah, I will get time-gated pretty soon again on these. Magic Keep, I think, is tomorrow. Let's look. Yeah, Magic Keep will be tomorrow. Main thing with clan versus clan though is you wait until after clan versus clan to start to spend any of your tag arena tokens, to do any faction wars. Big points for faction wars. Let's see what's boosted on this clan versus clan. So potion keeps will be boosted. That'll actually be helpful. I'll need to do a lot of potion keep farming to get Frolny ascended. The mythical champions take a lot of potions, and so we'll have to do a lot of that. Ice Golem will be on 2x, Iron Twins will be 2x, Faction Wars 2x, that's good. And then arena objectives. So yeah, so all the tag team and then all of the Faction Wars. We're not doing Iron Twins on either of these accounts yet, but that's something to keep in mind. If you're doing Iron Twins, you might want to wait and spend your keys until after the Clan versus Clan starts. And so it's kind of a hurry up and wait. I am spending the energy that I have right now, and then I'll let it build up a little before we start Clan versus Clan. I don't get too crazy about it, but we're still farming stage 13 in Dragon. I did slip Lady Quillen in there just to get her leveled up to 40. I had to put in, I don't think she'll survive, but I'm going to put High Katoon in here just to get her levels up. I've been mostly using High Katoon in Arena, and you don't get any experience for that. So we'll start a Dragon run here while we go over to the budget account. We'll collect our daily login. The other really cool thing that happened on both accounts in challenges here, we were able to get the 10 wins in a row in Classic in Gold 1 or higher out of the way. That's a huge one because it's, sometimes, and that allows you to risk a little bit more. I wasn't really trying, and then I had like 7 wins in a row, and then I thought, well, I should probably just do that and finish that up so that I don't have to worry about it anymore. So now the main thing is getting these affinity bonuses up to level 5. That's another thing you want to wait on to do for Clan versus Clan. The Great Hall bonuses, while you're still early game and doing these, they give you quite a few points for Clan versus Clan as well. Summoning Soulstones, Tag Arena, Faction Wars, Iron Twins, any of the dungeons, especially the hard dungeons, lots of points for those. So you want to hold off on doing most of those things until after Clan versus Clan starts. So it's going to be a pretty chill afternoon. The things I do on my main account right before Clan versus Clan starts is usually if I have any Hydra keys left to spend, I'll usually run my Hydra, or if make sure that I have my Demon Lord clan boss out of the way. You can also take care of any Doom Tower that you want to do. There isn't, I have never seen any points for doing, you don't get any points for doing Doom Tower. So it's nice to get that done and out of the way before Clan versus Clan starts while you're not doing, some of those other things. So that's just my little advice about how to prepare for Clan versus Clan. And like I said, I never spend skill books. And that can hold up your progress for a little while, but then you make a big jump, during Clan versus Clan every 2 weeks, and so it all evens out, and so you do end up getting that progress that you need. Back on the free to play, 5-star, no speed. That one I will keep. I've started getting a little more picky about the gear that I choose to keep from the dungeons. So that's been nice to be able to be a little more picky. And then I was able to go through and do a mini gear cleanse on my accessories, because I was keeping pretty much everything that I got from Spider 10, and I was able to go through and sell quite a few of those, because I feel like we're in a position now with 5-star accessories where I can start being a little more selective about what I'm keeping and what I'm not. More progress that we made also on the budget account. I was able to get the gem mine leveled up to level 2, so now we just have 500 more gems to spend on the gem mine, and then that'll just start paying off dividends in about 3 months. Usually it takes about 3 months for the gem mine to start giving you a return on your investment of 1,500 gems. It's always good to keep somebody in your sparring pit as well, and I do end up unlocking all of the slots. I don't level them all the way up, but I do unlock all the slots on the sparring pit. You can make about a 6-star a week by just leveling up some 4-star champions and get them up to 40. It takes a little less than a week, and if you're logging in pretty regularly, 2 or 3 times a day, you can go through and then you can upgrade them all at the same time every time you go in, and so they all stay on track with each other. And so that's kind of a nice thing to be able to do, to have some 4-star chickens leveled up to 40 in your week. And then if you've made the other 4-star chickens that you can feed into them, It's not this. It's not like you're getting a 6-star every week for free, but leveling up those 5 4-stars to 40 though, if you did that in campaign, that takes quite a bit of energy to do. And so just being patient and letting that happen in the Guardian ring it's a really good idea, and it's something I've been doing on my main account for a long time. Let's see if there's anything in the souls here. Hey, we've got a Chancellor Yasmin. Should I get that? No, I should not. That would I'm not going to buy a Chancellor Yasmin soul. If we get one, fine. If we get one, fine, I'll awaken her, but I'm not buying that. With the Forge Pass on the budget account also, it's a lot nicer to have these bottom row rewards are so much better. And so it's been nice. So we'll do some forging also. That's another thing you want to wait to do. I usually only forge unless there's another mission or another quest or something that I have to do. Like for the Marius missions I've been doing on my main account, sometimes I have to forge some materials just to be able to clear the quest out of the way. And so sometimes I will forge outside of clan versus clan, but forging usually gives you a lot of points for clan versus clan as well. Plus, it gives you a lot of silver. And so I highly recommend forging during clan versus clan as well. Go in and see if we've got our ancient shard. We haven't had too many ancient shards show up yet. I think 1 for each account. It takes a while. At the beginning of the month, first couple weeks, random chance. Sometimes you might have 3 in there at the same time. And so you want to have some silver saved up because they each cost 200,000 silver. But the market gives you 5 per month. So it's a good idea to keep, especially around the first of the month, it's a good idea to keep checking your market. And then you can see I scored some points in this anniversary path event. That was because I did open that one. It was just one, right? That I opened. Let's look at our soul collection here. Yeah, it was just one. I opened the one. I got a 3-star Sanctum Protector. That one will probably be selling back. I'm not going to build a Sanctum Protector. Yeah, so I accidentally opened the one. Thought about it after I opened it. I thought, oh, what have I done? And so that was some points that we missed out on for clan versus clan, but it's going to be okay. The other thing about potion keeps, I need to get Adelin's 5-star ascended so that I can put that 5th star awakening on her, because that's a big one. It gives you the protected smite debuff for the Brimstone Blessing. So that'll be a big one for Clan Boss and for Dragon. Everywhere else we're using her. I also was able to get Allure 5-starred. We got stuck on Doom Tower on Dark Fae, and she's really helpful there. I need to get everybody speed tuned, along with because the team that I tried, I think I tried High Katoon as the booster, and I made a mistake by leaving Taragi the Frog in there. You don't want anybody tanky that your nuker can't kill in one shot. You need to be able to one-shot the other team. After the Dark Fae makes a copy of your team, you need to be able to kill them right away, so that when she does get her first turn and she copies somebody else, you're able to kill them as well. But Allure is very, very helpful in this fight. She keeps the turn meter of the boss down, so that the boss isn't able to get too many turns. I could put an Armiger in here also. Haven't really got him built yet, but he's 4-star. I could probably put some gear on him, and he actually could be helpful. And then I'd probably want my Adelin, although she's hard to kill right now too. I've got her built pretty tanky, so that might be a problem. But then Fenchi also is a good turn meter reducer. So that's a pretty good team right there. As long as I can kill Adelin on the first shot, and if everybody's speed tuned, we might be better off doing this. But the problem is getting everybody speed tuned. You have to have everybody within that speed boost range of High Katoon, where she does a 15% turn meter boost. You want everybody within that range, because you're facing your own team. And so when their speeds, so what tends to happen if you're not speed tuned is High Katoon takes a turn, then the other High Katoon on the Dark Fae has mimeographed, has copied. The High Katoon on the other team takes a turn, and then she speed boosts that team. Then your War Maiden goes and puts decreased defense on everybody, and then the other War Maiden goes and puts decreased defense on. And so so what happens if you're not speed tuned, you end up getting a bunch of debuffs on you. So what you have to do is have everybody within 15% of speed of your Haikatoon, or whoever your speed booster is, or however you're doing it. There are a lot of strategies when it comes to Dark Fae. This is just one of them. Have a speed booster, have everybody speed tuned, with that within 15% of her speed, or his, whoever your speed booster is, so that you take all your turns as a team before your other team gets a chance to go. And that's very difficult to do sometimes, with especially early game like this. You're trying to get your speeds up, but then you also need the other stats to be able to do damage to the other team after they get copied. So I'm gonna bring it down on here. We're working our way up the mastery tree for Fenchi here. Oh, and you don't get any points for masteries, so it's okay to do masteries before clan versus clan. Something I didn't think about. Yeah, it would be nice if they would work that into the rewards, is getting scrolls from Minotaur and getting and putting masteries on. Every once in a while you have a quest to do masteries for champions, but it would be really nice if we got credit for scrolls during the Dungeon Divers events. I feel like they discourage players from doing masteries on their champions and from trying to build them out the right way. We get so many champ training events and tournaments, but we get very few that actually help us to make our champions more effective, like giving us credit for Minotaur and things like that. And I know why. I get why. They want us to spend gems for our masteries. But, it's not cheap to do the Minotaur either. And that's one of the things I've been working on. So yeah, we've got the anniversary path going, and then we've got artifact enhancement. And that artifact enhancement will run through the first day of clan versus clan. And that's another thing. You get a lot of points for clan versus clan is artifact enhancement. So it's a good idea to wait. If you're going to do any artifact enhancement, it's a good idea to wait until clan versus clan starts and do most of what you're going to do the first day during clan versus clan, because then you can double dip your points on the enhancement event plus the CVC tournament rewards. So other than continue to run some Minotaur, like I said, I got Allure 5-star. She's one that needs to be protected, but I'm going to kind of leave her at 5-star for right now. I think we can get through the waves of Fire Knight, and Dark Fae, where she's going to be really useful. I think we can get through those waves without building her up to a 6-star. And keep her. She just has to stay alive until she gets to the boss. The whole goal, the whole idea, is that she would never take a hit, because she is a little squishy. She's hard. She can be difficult to keep alive. And I'll put a couple of accessories on her with HP or defense to try and make her, survivable at least up to level 50, and then eventually we will 6-star her. But yeah, my priority right now is just her utility in Fire Knight and Dark Fae. And because we won't be using her in Clan Boss or anything, I think it makes more sense to start making more progress in Clan Boss. In Clan Boss, we are running our keys on Brutal right now. And so you can see on the budget account, we're well over the halfway point with 2 keys of what we need to get the top chest in Brutal. So we're close to a 3 key. We're still at a 4 key on Brutal, but close to a 3 key. So that's nice too, because the rewards for Brutal, the top chest in Brutal, the Grandmaster chest, are a lot better. You get a lot more shard drops and gems and things like that. So, and books are really important also, and we really need epic books right now. We've got a lot of epics that we're trying to build, and they become a lot more effective with books. So obviously that's that's a shock to no one. But I'm going to see a pretty big difference pretty soon on the budget account because of the daily gem pack and having the Forge Pass. We're going to start reaping some of those rewards really soon with forging materials during Clan versus Clan, and the silver that we'll get from that also is going to be huge. So that'll be really nice, and I'm looking forward to getting that done. Silver has been such a struggle. And so have, like I said before, so have arena victories. Going through and refreshing. Like, for example, this Adlin, this might look like a one-man defense, and technically it is, but her power is 92,000. That's a pretty end game not end, but mid to end game build for a legendary champion. And I think if I take on this fight, I lose probably. So I'm not going to take it on. But you see, like this Sun Wukong, we were able to beat that one. But yeah, there's not a lot of wins when you get to Gold 1 and you're still building your team and still trying to 6-star some of your champions, and you don't have all legendaries, no Arbiter yet, and most of these teams have a Sun Wukong or a great speed booster like Lysandra here. It's tough. Getting these wins is very difficult, and you can see there are no easy victories on this page. In fact, I don't see one victory at all. Maybe this one, but I doubt we win this one, because we'll get some revives, and if we can't put the Helicath down quick, there's some tough fights here. Yeah, see, I don't see any wins on that page, so you just have to keep refreshing the page, and it's a tough climb at the beginning, and the problem is we get to these missions where we have to upgrade these great haul bonuses, and I accidentally upgraded a couple of those the other day, not thinking about the fact that we had clan versus clan coming up. So see, I make those mistakes too sometimes, and it's just, I forget. I just forget to. I'm excited about making progress, and I forget we have to hurry up and wait in this game. It's like Jay Giggs called it, wait Shadow Legends, and it is like that sometimes. Once they started clan versus clan, we had to start being smart about saving all of our resources for those 2 days. So. But it's the game that we have, and that's part of it, and eventually everything does catch up. You're stifling your progress for a little while, and then you make big progress during clan versus clan tournament. So that's just what we've gotten used to doing, and so it can be a little bit difficult and a little bit challenging, especially if you're in one of those big clans where they have to manage their resources not every 2 weeks for clan versus clan, but every 4 weeks for the clan versus clan with personal rewards. So I'll show you where my Frolny is. So he's at level 47. Stats, his stats aren't good yet, but he has such good base stats that he's outperforming his gear in a lot of ways on this one. Yeah, he's only 171 speed. I've got him in a days set, which actually works sometimes. It's not a good set to put him in. I wouldn't recommend it, but it was some gear that I had already leveled up, and there were some pieces that were pretty good, and so I just put him in that set. But yeah, we'll be making a lot of improvements very soon on Frolny. So in Minotaur, we've been doing stage 14 on both accounts, both the free-to-play and the budget, and I've just been trying to get as many scrolls as I can, build up Stagnite mostly. He's still not even to level 60 yet with all the runs that we've done. And Frolny, we can get him up to 60, but we need to ascend him, and so there's going to be a lot of potion runs, like I said before. So, yeah, I'll just show you a little bit of the Minotaur run here. So we do have things, speed tuned pretty well, but you can see that sleep did work once. Padma usually dies here in the waves. And you can see the allure that we're facing. She can sleep everybody if she puts decreased defense on him. It's like a 50-50 chance if she puts decreased defense on. Oh, and he needs to crit. We need to get his crit rate up to 100%. So his A2, so for only his A2, he has to crit to put the second hit on. And that hit has an irresistible buff steal. So he can steal 2 buffs on that, and they're random. If they've got more than 2, it's random, but it's a pretty reliable, it's 100%. He doesn't get the second hit if he doesn't crit. I do believe he still gets the buff steal though. For the amount that I have Frolny built, he's doing incredible stuff, especially the survivability. I put him in Ice Golem. I had a quest to do some Ice Golem to collect some artifacts in Ice Golem, and he tanked up. He was always surviving, and for not having put very much into him at all yet, he's doing so much. And so yeah, don't let anybody tell you that they're bad mythical champions, because he's one of the least favorites of most people. But if you get one of these mythicals early game, it's huge for your progress. So he's been a lot of fun. I would say we've had a lot more luck on the free-to-play account than we have on the budget account as far as what we get from shards. Obviously there's Frolny, but also Stagnite and Padma in the voids. To get a void epic this soon, I think when we've only opened one void shard, that's, you know, that's amazing. Yeah, and so we've been amazingly lucky to get some of these champions that we have from some of our shard pulls. And you know, we've had some luck with the budget account also, but I've been relatively, you know, there's been some relative luck here. Finchie's pretty good, and then having a lure is great. To have that prism crystal summon to get a lure is really good. So we've been relatively lucky on the budget account, but I'd say incredibly lucky on the free to play. And that's just things that happen. But thank you again for joining me today. I'm grateful to everyone who's watching the series, and we're just going to keep making more and more progress. And I'll take a little video of what happens in CVC tomorrow morning, and you know, hopefully something exciting will happen with souls there. Probably won't, but we're hoping for that. If you wouldn't mind giving me a like or a subscribe or hitting the notification bell, just so you don't miss any of the episodes that come out on the series. I'm trying to keep up with the progress and keep everybody informed as to how things go each day. And I know, you know, each day there's very incremental changes, but I think it's an interesting science experiment, and I hope you'll find some value out of it as well. I've been Wood, and I appreciate you.